Hello guys, welcome back to the vlog. So today we are going to do a sourdough cinnamon roll recipe. And this cinnamon roll recipe, I am not going to do the traditional frosting, just trying to keep down calories and excess sugar. What I will be making is a maple pecan filling to go into the cinnamon rolls. So I think it'll be very tasty and very yummy. So we're going to start the first part in our bread machine, and then I'll let it rise overnight. And in the morning, we'll mix up the inside, roll it up, give it a second rise, and bake it. So similar to how we've been doing our breads, but this time we're just going to make some cinnamon rolls. And I'm really excited for it because I've been having a taste for cinnamon rolls. Okay, so we're going to start with doing wet ingredients first. Usually I do the dry, then wet, but this time I'm doing wet, then dry. So let's start with, we have cold milk, and I'll have the recipe in the show notes below. We have cold milk. We have melted butter. Okay. 1 egg. And my sourdough starter. It just amazes me how that builds, and the active yeast in it. It's just amazing, the whole sourdough process. Okay. All right. Now we have sugar and salt. Just put it together in there. And the last is our all-purpose flour. I ran out in measuring the last like half a cup, so I have to get some more all-purpose flour. I put the last half cup of bread, but it'll be fine. They're both unbleached, so it'll be fine. But sometimes you just got to use what you have. All right, so now we have all the ingredients in the bread machine. I am going to set it to 13, which is the leaven dough setting. So it'll just do the rises, mixing, do the rises and everything for this process. And then we'll be good to go. Once it does all the rising, again, I'll let it bulk ferment for the evening. And then in the morning, we'll come back and do all the fun stuff. So let me set, let's see what we do here. Menu. To 13 and start. All right, and we're going. All right, so I will pick you guys back up. It'll be tomorrow morning, so stay tuned. All right. Look how beautiful that has risen, you guys. It literally doubled overnight. That is wonderful. So what I'm going to do is put it on the knead just one time. That's beautiful. It's going to knead, and then we'll, in the meantime, get the mix together. And yeah, we'll get this ready for our cinnamon rolls. We're back. So we're going to make the filling of the cinnamon rolls. And like I told you, this is going to be a maple pecan filling. So I'm going to use some light brown sugar that I packed. Add in the bowl. This is organic light brown sugar I got from I think a Whole Foods order, but you don't necessarily have to use that. Actually, if you have in your house some sugar that you use for baking and molasses, you can actually make your own light brown sugar, as long as you have those two elements. But that's for another conversation. Right now we have the light brown sugar in here. I have a cup of pecan pieces. I'll add here. We also need a tablespoon of cinnamon. I have some Ceylon cinnamon. And there are some health properties to Ceylon specifically. I will share that below as well if you're interested. Okay. I'll do a tablespoon of that. Basically, this is going to be a real flavorful mixture that's going to go inside our cinnamon rolls. And we need 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup. Okay. Down. That's 1 tablespoon. And 2. Here we go. In the community tab, I shared that last weekend I celebrated my 45th birthday. And I did have a little bit of cake to ring that in. But in lieu of me making, I usually make a cake for myself, and it's usually like an apple cake or something. This year I wanted cinnamon rolls, which is very random. But oh my gosh, I cannot wait to get into these. It's going to be a small batch because everything in moderation. No need to go crazy, but I'm going to enjoy these. And what is fall without cinnamon rolls? Like, really? All right, so let me start mixing this together. This is reminding, oh, it smells so good. This reminds me similarly of a topping I put on my sweet potato casserole at the holidays. Oh my goodness, y'all. Okay, so now that, let me show you what I did. So now that we have, it's kind of like a sandy sort of consistency, which that is what it should be. Okay. I am going to now add softened butter, not melted butter. It's just room temperature softened butter. And hopefully this works with me. When you put melted butter, I'm sure most of you guys know, when you put melted butter to like brown sugar and stuff, you get more of a soupy consistency, not so much of that granular, sandy type of texture you're looking for to do like a crumble. You know what I mean? That kind of messes up the texture of what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, so let's work. And this is going to be a work. Let's work this butter through, which is the reason why it's good that it's softened in room temperature so it's pliable to mix throughout. And again, this smells amazing. And I'm going to be very happy with this. I don't know, for some reason I was just like, I don't want to go out of my way and try to do a cream cheese frosting, which that in its own right is delicious too. But I was like, you know, I think I just want, you ever had those pecan spin wheels? They used to come like two. It was, I don't know if Hostess made them, but it came in like 2 in a pack. And for a short period of time, I was stuck on those things like nobody's business. It didn't have any frosting or anything. It was just cinnamon rolls, but it had the little pecan bits in it. And it was just like just enough cinnamon, just enough pecans. That kind of has been in my mind in making these cinnamon rolls this time. Like just make it like the pecan spin wheels. You know what I mean? It's funny. Funny stuff. I always have food memories. As we get to know each other, I always have a memory around food. If it's something that I really liked, oh my God. All right. I think that's the end of that. And what I'm going to do next is clear all of this out of the way because I have my baking pad down. So this, I went through another knead this morning with the dough. So I'm ready to take it out, roll it out into the triangle, and we'll put our filling in it and cut it up and get it ready to go. Now, right before you bake it again, when I cut it into the circles, as I will show you, you let it go for another rise, and then we'll be good to go. Man, oh man, y'all. I really wish we had smell-o-vision. Look at that. Look at that. That is going to be absolutely delicious. It's going to spread so well. Amazing. All right. So I'm going to pause you. When I come back, we'll have the dough and we'll be getting into that. This is future me. I went back and looked at the video. There's a portion of the video, unfortunately, that was not able to upload, corrupt, whatever. And it was the portion where I actually was making the cinnamon rolls. So you saw how I made the mix in the bowl. I just took the dough out of the container. I have rice flour that's on my surface, rolled it out to the rectangle, filled it, and used my cutter in order to cut it. I don't have the dental floss to do that trick, but this was a sharp cut. And as you will see throughout the rest of the video, I was able to cut them in really good portions. So it made about 10 cinnamon rolls for what I did here, which was pretty good, I think. I also sprayed the dish with ghee. And this is a mix of ghee and grapeseed oil. Ghee has some nutritional properties that I can put down below, as well as the Ceylon cinnamon. I think I said I was going to do as well. But this is what I use for my baking. It was in the place of using those aerosol Pams and all that. I don't use that anymore. This is a more natural and healthier spray to use. And I found this on Amazon, so I'll link it. So basically, in what I was saying as I was making the rolls was, I was surprised by how soft the dough was, because I've made cinnamon rolls previously. I made them using yeast. I haven't made them using sourdough, so that was my first time. But considering how like the hamburger rolls and other stuff has turned out with sourdough, it's just amazing to me every time. Like this is a fermented dough. You know what I mean? It's not something that I don't know. I guess the yeast in the packets is a ferment too, but it's just different to organically do it and how it rises and stuff. It just really impresses me every time. So what I was saying as I was putting it in was that the original mindset I had for the cinnamon rolls was those pecan pinwheels that you can get. I don't know if Hostess makes them or what, but it's like a 2-pack, and I'll put like an image here. I think I can find it online. A 2-pack here, and it just has the cinnamon and the little pecan bits. And I used to be hooked on those for a good period of time, years ago. But that's what I was kind of thinking of when I made these. I'm like, I'm not going to do the cream cheese frosting, which that is great. Now that is great. But this time I just wanted more of the filling itself to be the whole thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I am really impressed. It smells amazing. They're still in the oven. I'm about to take them out. But it smells amazing. And I'm so sorry for the corruption of this video. I'm going to call Canon next week because they're open between Monday through Friday to be able to remedy this situation. But thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it. All right, so I have my oven set to preheating at 350, and I put the cinnamon rolls in the microwave because I find with sourdough that this is the most temperature stable place to put my dough to let it do its rising. So we have this in here for like another 30 minutes to do a second rise, and then by that time the oven will be ready for us to put it in to bake. Okay, it's been an hour, so let me take my dish out of here. And we should have them ready to go. And we're going to put them in the oven. Okay, and then I'm trying to do this one-handed, you guys. I have dish number 2. That kind of flung off. Okay, and that kind of those rose a little more. Put those in here as well. Okay, so I got them both in here. We got them at 350. We're going to have them in here for about 25 minutes. So I'm going to set my timer on my phone to come back and check them. And yeah, then we'll be done and almost ready to eat them because I am ready. All right, guys, here they are. My maple pecan sourdough cinnamon rolls. I am definitely going to enjoy these. Probably will be giving some away in the office this week. So I don't sit here with, we can probably keep at least maybe 4. I'll give the rest away. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed the process of making it. Again, I will have the recipe below as well as a few links. If there's any questions or anything you'd like to know, please don't hesitate to comment down below. And I will see you guys next time.